Big announcement from the Michigan High School Athletic Association today. The fall sports season will proceed as scheduled for now. So Friday night lights, volleyball, all the sports from the fall will go on. Mark Ewell is the president of the MHSAA. He has spent countless hours on Zoom calls with coaches and administrators. Mark, we've seen at least one state move football to the spring. Why keep it in the fall here in Michigan despite all the uncertainty from COVID?
So right now the plan, Jack, is to keep all of our fall sports in the fall. And from this point forward, we'll just keep evaluating on a week-by-week basis. To move sports, that certainly could end up happening, but we are going to move forward and folks can start to plan that fall sports are going to be played this fall. Now, a football or soccer or an indoor sport like volleyball, as we get closer to August, can't be played, then those could get moved later in the year. But in terms of any switching of seasons, that option is off the table, at least for now.
I know there are a bunch of contingency plans in place. How difficult is it to navigate these waters?
It's very difficult because for the last 4 months, I think every person on our planet has just been mired in all of this uncertainty. You know, it's easy to plan even around bad circumstances. It's hard to put firm things together when we don't know what the world's going to look like 2 weeks from now, much less 2 months from now. But I think by letting everybody know that we are going to try and get the fall sports that can be played safely this fall, and those that can't, then we'll need to become creative later in the year. But at least folks can know that all of our fall coaches, fall athletes, that is the plan here starting next month.
Will we see fall sports if students are taking classes online?
One of the keys, Jack, is that for school sports to exist, we need to have in-person education. So with Governor Whitmer's plan, a region has to be in either phases 4, 5, or 6. And so if we do take a step back as a state and end up in phase 3, online education equals no school sports. So we really need everybody to continue to do their part and get the whole state at least in phase 4, but hopefully into phase 5, where we can really do a lot of things much more easily than in phase 4.
What are some other tipping points for a change in seasons? Will that be a mandate from the governor?
You know, we've got really good communication with the governor's office. We gave them certainly our thinking here with this announcement today. They know that we're taking things on a week-by-week basis. We'll continue to communicate. We'll look at what our colleges are going to do, all the way from the Big Ten down to our MIAA schools here in Michigan, as well as our 4 bordering states. What are their high schools doing this fall in Wisconsin, Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio? So all of those things will be part of the metric here.
Mark, will student athletes be asked to wear masks in practice or in competition?
So that could vary sport by sport. The first piece was getting the plan that fall is going to go on this fall. Now what our staff will do over the next 10 days is we'll put together some sports-specific guidance and protocols, and the issue of masks will be included in those in that sport-by-sport guidance.
Last question for you, Mark. How much do these kids need the opportunity to play?
I have a senior-to-be, Jack, who's a 3-sport athlete, and having some very good friends of his last year's seniors that didn't get a spring season. I have spent almost every waking moment the last 4 months trying to figure out a way how we can get back to activity and to do it safely. So not only am I approaching this as a an administrator that wants to make this happen for all kids, but I've got a pretty good firsthand example right now in my own home.